Oh man.
And your boy Jay Blastaway blasting off to the moon!
Let's go, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, Gladiator 2! We're back. We're back. With a reason to go to the theaters. XD. We're back with a cinematic experience. Ridley Scott cooked here. He delivered. Where do we start? First and foremost, spoiler warning. You have not seen Gladiator 2 yet. Click off the video. You gone? Alright. You've been warned. Oh man. So literally 2.5 hours before I came to the screening, I watched Gladiator 1 to get a refresh. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. There's a reason that one won Best Picture and Best Actor. But this is not a sequel that underdelivers. This sequel does the first one justice. An epic cinematic experience with performances from some A-list actors. Denzel Washington being one of them. Pedro Pascal being another. Paul Mescal leading the way as Lucius, Maximus's son. Oh man. Oh, this movie was so good. Definitely worth seeing on the biggest screen possible. Oh man, Denzel's what I thought from the trailers. I thought honestly Pedro Pascal's character was gonna be my favorite because I thought he was gonna play a villainous general. To my surprise, he actually plays a loyal, honorable general to Rome. And he's fighting for the idea of Rome. The idea that Marcus Meridius, the emperor in the first one that gets betrayed by Joaquin Phoenix's character, spoke about the idea of Rome being so delicate and fragile. It was only to be told in whispers or else it would vanish. So his presence and what he spoke about in the first one is very prevalent in this one. It's the side of good that Pedro Pascal's character's on. The daughter of Marcus Meridius is on. Paul Mescal's character's on. That good side is tailored specifically to that idea that Marcus Meridius spoke about and lived for and died for. But no. Pedro was not the villain. Which, in all honesty, I'm glad. The trailers had you thinking that he was the villain. But lo and behold, it's Denzel, who's plotting in the background to eventually for his endgame being to become emperor. He's plotting, working in the background, manipulating the two twin emperors who are played by Joseph Quinn and Fred Helling. I forget his last name, but they played two sadistic, blood-hungry emperors who didn't really care about Rome and uplifting it and being for the people. They were corrupt and they were so far gone and they just wanted bloodshed. So I thought them two played their roles pretty good. You know, you don't like them at all. when Denzel comes to power by manipulating one of the brother emperors to plot against or ultimately kill his brother to be the sole emperor, and he gets appointed counsel to the one brother that survives. He walks into the Senate, tells them all to sit down, pulls out the head of the brother emperor, and is rotating it to look at all members of the Senate to really, explain his plan and what he's trying to do, and the path going forward of what Rome is going to look like. I mean, wow. Denzel ate that role up. Tremendous performances. And then let's not forget, and let's not brush over the leader of this pact, of this movie, Paul Mescal. Now, there's so much buzz surrounding his name, surrounding his work, and I must admit, I do not believe I've seen. I believe this is my first Paul Mescal film, and I know that's crazy to say because there's so much buzz surrounding him. I know he's cooking. He is on the rise, if not already there with this film. But I thought he was tremendous. I don't think the point of this review of what people should look for in this movie is to be like, oh, is this sequel better than the first? No. I don't think that's the conversation to be had, because I think they both coexist perfectly. This one does not damage the first one. This does not take away from the story. It furthers it, and it delivers on par. I personally believe the betrayal and the twists in the first one, and the scene where he goes, "Slave, do not turn your back to me. What is your name? You will tell me." And he takes his hat off with the score of Hans Zimmer, and he says, "My name is Maximus Meridius Meridia," or whatever his name is. Father to servant to the loyal Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered son. Husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. I thought that scene alone has the first one over this one. So there's no beating that, right? The fact that it won Best Picture in the Oscars, it won Russell Crowe Best Actor. Again, it's not this going into this movie, do not expect it to be better, because I hate to bring up this tragic example, but you go into a movie with like Joker 2 that just came out. That's an atrocity. Should not have been made. Completely ruins the first one, in my opinion. Brings the first one down. This did not do that at all. In fact, I know you guys may not know. Follow the TikTok, JBlastaway. But a problem I've had recently with just franchises and cinema and Hollywood in general is unnecessary sequeling. Unnecessary franchises. If you've watched my previous review on Smile 2, that was part of my dislike for that film. It didn't. The first one wasn't good enough to warrant a sequel, and it was just a money grab. And it's not that it was bad, but it was just unnecessary. So if it's unnecessary, then in all actuality, it's not worth making. Even if it's not bad, it's just not worth making. What's the point? Money, yeah, I know, but still, you're damaging quality of films that have come out. This does not do that. I'm okay with them making a sequel to Gladiator 2. I'm also okay with them. I'm okay with the story ending here, but I would also be okay with seeing a third one. I believe that the performances and the quality in these movies warrant a third one. I thought Paul Mescal at first being completely against his history, his past, against everything that Rome has come to stand for, but then transitioning into understanding, wait a minute, there are still people who believe in my grandfather's ideology of what Rome is supposed to be, the idea, the preservation of what it could be, ultimately the end of what has turned into the Roman Empire, to then breathe air into what, again, him and all of his family members, his father, like Pedro's the general, his character, all these people that have died for this idea. He just the evolution in his character throughout this movie, and there's a word that I'm looking for. Oh, it'll come to me. I thought it was great. Since I've started doing reviews on YouTube, I have not really, other than The Wild Robot and We Live in Time in its own way, but this is completely different. I've yet to see and review a cinematic, epic experience, and this is that. This is that. Wow. All I can say is I would have loved for them to incorporate Russell Crowe in some way. You know, the movie ends with him kneeling down in the Coliseum where I know I said spoiler free. I haven't really completely dissected and talked about the plot and every scene. I don't necessarily know I want to know if I want to do that with this one, but it ends off with him being in the Coliseum where his mother had just gotten killed by Denzel, and he sees blood spots. In my eyes, insinuating that she could possibly still be alive, but I'm not entirely sure because she literally got struck to the chest. But he's sitting there, grabs dirt, and asks for his father to speak to him. I felt like, and then it ends with the shot how the first one started, where he's like running his hands through the wheat field. I thought it would have been great to, like, I don't know, just have Russell like film something or record a message to him or something like that. Just, it would have been nice. You know, did they incorporate flashbacks from the first one? Yes, but it would have been nice for them to use and incorporate and like have him be in this one. Overall, though, like I said, I'm so grateful to have waited for this movie, to have seen all the marketing for it, to then be able to go into a screening at an XD theater. Recently, the XDs have been packed with lackluster films. We had Smile 2, we had Venom that I didn't even watch. What else? I will be seeing Wicked. I wasn't planning on it originally, but I'm hearing a lot of great things, so I will be seeing Wicked. Then next is Moana, which I can understand that. Like, probably another $1 billion movie, but I don't know. Just the fact that we get this in between all that, and just with me starting this and reviewing for you guys, I'm glad. I'm so glad to have found one to have been able to go 2-1 and drop a review on it. Definitely gets Jay Blastaway's stamp of approval. You guys need to watch this on the biggest screen. I'm trying every review. I'm doing things differently. I know with the Wild Robot, I really broke it down scene by scene, like from the beginning to the end. This one, I'm not sure every film like that warrants that going forward, but again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what format of these reviews you guys most enjoy. I know they're sometimes a little bit long. I come out of these movies and I have a lot to say, and I like to keep it raw and authentic, like you guys are in here right now with me and we just both watched it together. But yeah, man, God, all the greats. And Joseph, what is it, Quinn, Eddie, Quiet Place Day One of the twin emperors in this movie, Human Torch, and the new Fantastic Four movie coming out with Pedro Pascal. I mean, this guy, Eddie from Stranger Things, by the way, I don't know if I said that, but this guy he's cooking. He is hot in Hollywood right now. They want him for like damn near every other project. Same with Pedro. Mr. Fantastic, Equalizer, Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent. What else? This General and this. What else? I'm blanking on that. You see, I'm blanking. There's so many others that I'm blanking on, but Pedro is hot too. The Last of Us. So it's cool that in the next, I want to say, couple months, we'll be able to see Pedro and Joseph Quinn reunited together, but this time as Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic. I'm super excited for that movie. To keep it on topic, Gladiator 2, great sequel. This might be the year of the sequels. 2024 might be the year of the sequels. I seen something on Twitter the other day stating that this might be the first time in cinematic history that all the movies in the top 10 that grossed this year will all be sequels. Pretty sure you got Beetlejuice 2, Gladiator 2, Smile 2. What other sequels came out? Does Deadpool and Wolverine count as a sequel? No. Anyways, blanking. But still, just a great year for sequels. Not entirely sure. Again, the year's not over. This, compared to other years, is not, I would not put it with some of the greatest years of cinema. If in my eyes, this is a filler year. The next 2 years, 2025 and 2026, it's going to ramp up. So subscribe, keep post noties on, turn on notifications. We drop a review we try to drop a review every week. Last Tuesday, I wasn't able to go to watch a movie, so tomorrow I will be watching another movie. So hopefully, when this comes out on Sunday, hopefully it'll be a 2-drop. You'll have this review and a review for another movie. We try to drop a review every week. We try to also report on any cinematic news on the TikTok. Jay Blastaway on TikTok. I want both communities to intertwine. We drop long formatted movie reviews on the YouTube. A bunch of other things coming soon, and we also report on any given cinematic news on the TikTok. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a comment, make sure you like, make sure you turn notifications on, and make sure you go over to the TikTok Jay Blastaway and like all the vids, comment, follow, do what you gotta do. Gladiator 2, Jay Blastaway blasting off to the moon. Gladiator 2. Do yourself a favor and watch this on the biggest screen possible. To the moon! Love y'all.
Goddamn, and I'm leaving.